Hey, I was talking to my sainted mother a few weeks ago, and she was talking about the nature of freedom. I don't know if she would say, I'm talking about the nature of freedom, but she really was. And what she was saying is that years ago, she had to throw away the notion of heaven and hell so that she could be free. Now, I was interested, that kind of, I'm the kind of guy that kind of gets interested in that sort of talk, and so I said, tell me more. And she said, well, if I bake a cake for my neighbor and I'm taking it over to my neighbor's house and I'm trying to um, make sure that the neighbor understands goodness so that she can avoid going to hell, then I didn't make the cake because I actually like her. I was just trying to get her to respond in some way, and so that's manipulation. And if I bake the cake and I take it over to my neighbor and I do that because I'm trying to make sure that I'm pleasing God so that I can make sure that I can go to heaven, then I'm not baking the cake because I actually love my neighbor. I'm doing it to manipulate God in some way. And so for me to actually be able to love people, I had to throw away the notion of heaven and hell. Now, she's not a theologian. Um, she wouldn't present herself to be. Um, she might be, but there's something to that. That God doesn't have a problem with freedom, but we do, and we make up all sorts of rules that keep us from just freely acting. Um, so as I think of what my mother was talking about, um, I want to give you two commandments. Oh wait, let's the concept of a commandment's difficult, isn't it? With this freedom idea. So let's change it. Two allowances. You are allowed to love the Lord your God with all your heart, your mind, your soul, your strength. And you are allowed to love your neighbor as yourself. If you freely choose not to, it'll be lousy. And if you freely choose to do so, then it might have some value.